Thanks for taking a look at Sumo Logic. I'm going to give you a tour of our observability solution for AWS that will give you an idea of what it's like to manage and monitor your applications with Sumo Logic. This is the Explore view. It is the bird's eye view of all of your AWS accounts and services, and it's where most people first look to get an overview of the health of their applications. Here you can see I have 3 different AWS accounts, and within each one, I can see the regions and services within the accounts. This is pretty unique. Most monitoring tools give you flat dashboards and don't understand the structure of your accounts and services. Sumo Logic builds out your AWS hierarchy as data comes in, making it easy to navigate and quickly find what you are looking for. Here I can see the overview dashboard for my production account, which shows a rolled-up summary of the health of all services in this account. Here I can immediately see that my load balancer has a spike in errors. Through these views, Sumo Logic helps bubble up the issues without you looking too hard. I can easily jump from this overview dashboard to a dashboard specifically designed for load balancer data. Now I can see that the load balancer has a spike in 500 errors. I can pivot directly from the metric alerting me to the issue to the logs related to this entity. Sumo Logic connects the dots between different sets of telemetry, better than other monitoring tools. And this saves you valuable troubleshooting time. Now, take a look at the events of interest. This shows anomalous events that occurred in this account. You'll probably notice that there aren't very many events. That is entirely by design. This Sumo Logic Root Cause Explorer uses machine learning to highlight just the most important events. We will come back to this in a later video. So that's the AWS Observability solution. Next, we will take a look at how to get data collection set up and how to automatically keep everything up to date. Keeping your observability platform up to date should be as easy as the initial setup. That's why we integrate closely with AWS to streamline the setup as well as automating updates for any future changes you might make. To get started, we will configure data collection from CloudWatch and CloudTrail to capture the critical logs and metrics for your AWS services. We've created an AWS CloudFormation template to simplify this process. The CloudFormation template is a simple form where you will fill in your AWS credentials, the region you want to deploy in, and select the services you want to monitor. This sets up automated collection of logs and metrics from AWS to Sumo Logic and configures dashboards and analytics on Sumo Logic. One great thing about setup through CloudFormation is that we can also automate collection of new AWS resources. Our customers rave about how much time this saves them in the long run. To confirm that everything is set up correctly, let's head over to Sumo Logic collection page. We can see the CloudWatch and CloudTrail data coming in, so that's great. With collection configured, data from each service gets automatically tagged with the account, region, and entity of where it originated in AWS. This powers the hierarchy in the Explore tab, making it easy for you to navigate, while providing the most up-to-date picture of your environment. Next, we use Explore to quickly identify and troubleshoot issues. At Sumo Logic, we believe you shouldn't have to hunt for the data you need, which is why we built the platform to be intuitive and easy to navigate. Let's take a look. Starting from the Overview dashboard, I can get a high-level view of my AWS services. To check on a specific service, I can just expand the Explore menu on the left and jump into the region and service I'm interested in. Let's check out EC2 in our US East 1 region. Here, I can get an overview of all of the EC2 instances and a snapshot of which ones have high CPU or memory utilization. I can click on one of the honeycombs to find out more. Because Sumo Logic uses a single schema for tagging logs and metrics, I can easily pivot from this metric about memory usage to the logs associated with this instance. I can also jump to related dashboards. Let's jump to the dashboard for this specific entity. Now I can drill into the specifics of what is happening with this EC2 instance, or toggle to additional out-of-the-box dashboards to look at everything that might be relevant for investigating a high memory issue. Now let's take a look at Lambda. I can see right away that we are experiencing a large number of errors. These dashboards were meticulously designed with industry best practices for each unique service type, so the information I need is right here. I can quickly identify which function is responsible for the errors and filter for just that function to find out more. Now I can see which are the most frequent operations for that function. One of these looks particularly suspicious, the update function configuration operation. I can pivot to the log messages about this function, and in a few clicks identify the user that made the changes. Because we have taken care to unify the metrics and logs for each entry sending data, finding these issues was a breeze. Beyond just providing you the data, Sumo Logic goes above and beyond other monitoring tools by making it easy to connect the dots between alerting metrics and the root cause. That's it for the troubleshooting overview. Next, we'll take a look at how to expedite root cause analysis in situations where it might be not so obvious. At Sumo Logic, we want to reduce the time it takes for you to identify the root cause of an issue. The Root Cause Explorer helps teams decrease their mean time to resolution by 2 to 5 times. Let's dive in. We saw in an earlier video that we had a spike in 500 errors on the load balancer. But we also know that alerts like this can often be a symptom and not the actual root cause. With so many interconnected services, it can be challenging, if not impossible, to connect these dots from a single event to the catalyst. That's why we built the Root Cause Explorer. Heading to the Events of Interest page, I can see the out-of-ordinary events across all of my various services. Many tools offer some form of anomaly detection, but Sumo Logic's solution is different. We rebuild a storyline of how events unfolded by showing anomalous events across all services in a single view, making it easier to logically follow how events unfolded. Zooming into the incident, I can see a timeline of what happened first and how one failure can cause a cascade of problems for other services. I see the 500 error on the load balancer, but it also looks like there were anomalies leading up to this on EC2 and DynamoDB. Following the chain of event backwards, I can take a deeper look at DynamoDB to see what might have changed to set off this incident. As with all other parts of the product, I can pivot from this metric about DynamoDB to logs or related dashboards to investigate further. Here we can identify that the DynamoDB table was updated. I can see who made the changes and quickly alert them to revert the changes. Thanks for taking a look at Sumo Logic. Get started with a free trial to test out these features in your own environment.